Most people think protection is about strength, but true guardianship begins long before a threat appears. It starts in the mind, with the words you choose, the energy you allow, and the intuition you honor. Before you can guard others, you must first learn how to guard yourself. And if you don't master these three subskills, ignorance will disguise itself as truth, and darkness will walk right through the front door of your spirit. Imagine driving through a heavy blizzard or a storm. Your vision is blurred, your depth perception is off, and even small miscalculations could cause a serious accident. Or think about trying to read with fogged up glasses. The words are all there, but your eyes can't make sense of them. Or remember a time you spoke too soon, before you had all the facts. Days, weeks, or even years later, you learned the full story and thought, wow, I really didn't know what I was talking about. Or the times you made a big decision based purely on a vague feeling, only to look back and wish you could turn back time and choose differently. When our spiritual sight is blurred, our spiritual hearing is dulled, and our intuition is tangled in confusion, our mind and spirit cannot protect us properly. They can't filter thoughts, discern truth, or guide action clearly. As a result, our actions, motives, intentions, passions, purposes, and callings all risk being misaligned, wasted on paths that drain rather than fulfill us. Ignorance shows up in many clever disguises. It traps humanity in a box of noise, distraction, and confusion. The three subskills of true guardian exist to clear the fog from our inner senses, to remove the speck from our spiritual eyes, sharpen our hearing, and align our intuition. True guardian depends on your ability to see clearly, comprehend deeply, and act wisely on your intuition. If these are compromised, you are defenseless. Your inner guardian becomes like a nightclub bouncer with big muscles, but poor eyesight and hearing. Easily deceived, easily manipulated. In that state, our spiritual bouncer lets the wrong guests in. Negative thoughts, destructive ideas, and toxic emotions. Those unwanted guests eventually stir up trouble inside us, just like drunk, aggressive people in a nightclub. So let's strengthen that inner guardian by practicing these three subskills. 1. The skill of true words. 2. The skill of true smiles. 3. The skill of true laughter. 1. The skill of true words. How is this a guardian skill? Because most of the traps we fall into are built and triggered by our own words. If we want to guard our mind and spirit, we must first guard our tongue. Words can create or destroy realities. Words can start wars or make peace. Words can divide families or unite them. So we must choose our words carefully. Most of the time, we don't actually speak from logic. We speak from emotion. We let our feelings finish our sentences. We let anger, frustration, fear, or pride do the talking, and the results can be devastating. Think of words like a volcano. Before an eruption, pressure builds up inside the earth. Once the volcano explodes, you cannot push the lava back in. Words are the same. Once a word leaves your mouth, it cannot be erased, cannot be reversed, and will echo on as energy in this universe. Words are thoughts made solid through sound. They are energy in motion, vibrations of intention, emotion, and resolve. Whoever hears or receives those words will be affected, positively or negatively. But here is the crucial part. You are the first one to receive the vibration of your own words. Before your words hit anyone else, they flow through you. They affect your own mind, your own emotions, your own spirit. On a deeper level, before you even speak, life itself listens. Time, space, and all forms of being in this realm respond to the cause and effect chain your words set in motion. Your thoughts guide your future. Your words help define your destination. Words reveal your character. They are often the clearest mirror of what lives inside your heart and mind. If your speech is constantly filled with anger, complaining, victimhood, and bitterness, you can be sure that darkness has grown strong in your inner world. If your words are mostly uplifting, calm, hopeful, and loving, that positivity is also a reflection of the thoughts you've been nurturing. Most conversations don't give you 5 minutes to think before responding. You speak within seconds, often before the other person even finishes their sentence. That's why the content of your thoughts matters so much. If your thoughts are mostly negative, then in moments of pressure, negative words will come out instinctively. If your mind is filled with positive, loving, growth-oriented thoughts, then in those same moments, positive words will flow more naturally. Ask yourself honestly, if you could choose your permanent state of mind, negative or positive, what would you pick? It's obvious. Everyone would choose the positive. With a negative state of mind, even a beautiful day feels like a dark and cruel world. With a positive state of mind, even painful moments can carry meaning, learning, and strangely glimpses of beauty. Hardship is hard either way. But through love and positivity, you can experience it differently. More open, more resilient, more awake. To practice the skill of true words, start by thinking positive thoughts on purpose. Become aware of the words you speak. When you form sentences, try to include at least one positive word. Pick one positive word about yourself each day. Write it down and repeat it in your mind and with your voice throughout the day. You can also combine this practice with true excellence, true contentment, true gratitude, true smiles, true laughter, and especially with the skills of creation, using your words to build, not destroy. When you align your words with love, your mouth becomes an instrument of healing instead of harm. 2. The skill of true smiles. This is one of the simplest and most powerful guardian skills. A genuine smile can instantly shift your emotional state, soften negative thoughts, and release positive energy into your environment. Smiling at the right time can gently guide your mind from darkness into light. Smile in all sorts of moments. In good times, in uncomfortable times, in stress, in traffic, in small frustrations. Smiles are not just for customer service or social politeness. A smile is free medicine available to everyone. There's a reason companies spend millions every year training employees to smile. Smiles reduce tension, ease conflict, invite connection, and create a more positive atmosphere for everyone involved. When you smile, be aware of the inner shift, how your breathing changes, how your thoughts soften, how your emotions begin to lighten. You'll often find that simply choosing to smile makes it harder to stay fully trapped in anger or despair. One day in my early 20s, I experienced this directly. I was having a terrible day, one bad thing after another. I was furious, irritated, and deeply sad. My face showed it. Inside, I felt like attacking the first person who pushed me the wrong way. Then a lady walked by. She gave me a genuine smile and said, "Hello, how are you? Just smile. The day will get better." Something in her expression broke through my darkness. I found myself smiling back. As my face softened, my inner energy changed. The storm inside me calmed. I began to feel lighter, still upset, but no longer on the edge of violence. Later I thought, what just happened? From that moment, I knew a simple smile is powerful enough to interrupt a chain of hate. Imagine how many conflicts, fights, and tragedies could have been softened or prevented if just one person had offered a sincere smile at the right moment. We often underestimate small love skills like this. We think power must be loud and dramatic, when sometimes power is as subtle as a curve of the lips. A smile is not just lips forming the shape of a U. A smile is love expressed through the face. That's why it's so powerful. To practice true smiles, don't force a permanent smile. You don't need to look like a statue or a clown. Practice genuine, gentle smiles when you greet people, feel tension rising, catch yourself drifting into negativity, or interact in everyday moments. At first, it might feel awkward or fake, but if your intention is sincere, your spirit will grow into it. Over time, smiling will become a natural part of your inner guardian's toolkit, the skill of true laughter. Like smiling, laughter is a powerful way to transform negative energy into positive. But laughter works a bit differently. You can smile almost anytime, anywhere. You laugh best when the moment truly allows it. If you walk around laughing at everyone in every situation, people may think you're mocking them or that you've lost your mind. Laughter has its time and place. But ask yourself, when was the last time you had a really good laugh? The kind that makes you cry or almost pee a little. I once had a friend who could laugh with his whole being. We were watching a comedy series together. I thought it was funny, but I only giggled. I was shy and didn't like how my face looked when I laughed. But my friend didn't hold back. He laughed loud, unapologetic, full-hearted. His laughter was so genuine that eventually my giggles turned into waves of full laughter. I laughed so hard that tears ran down my face. In that moment, nothing else existed. I was completely present. I wasn't worried about the past or the future. The world around me could have crumbled, and I would have still been laughing. That experience showed me laughter opens a portal inside us, where joy becomes stronger than fear. For a long time after that, I still held back my laughter because I thought I looked ugly when I laughed. Then I realized everyone looks a little funny when they laugh. That's part of the beauty of it. Our face looks ugly when we laugh hard because something deep and real is happening. Here's a metaphor that might sound crude, but it's powerful. Laughter is like taking a spiritual dump. When you go to the bathroom, you empty physical waste. You feel lighter, relieved, more comfortable afterward. In the same way, laughter releases built-up emotional and spiritual waste. Repressed pain, tension, unprocessed experiences. Many times, we laugh hardest at things that shouldn't be funny. Someone slipping, an awkward situation, a dark joke. Why? Not because we are evil, but because something in that scene activates stored negative energy in our subconscious. Laughter becomes the mechanism by which our spirit recognizes that hidden negativity, pulls it up, and flushes it out. So when we laugh, even at something that seems wrong, our spirit might be using that moment as a cleansing process. We've shoved negative memories, painful experiences, and toxic emotions into our subconscious minds for years. Laughter becomes one of the tools our inner being uses to push that energy out. That's why a deep, sincere laugh can leave you feeling light, peaceful, relieved. When you suppress your laughter out of shame or self-consciousness, you might be spiritually constipating yourself. That inner waste piles up. You feel heavy, blocked, tense, and you don't even know why. The bottom line, laughter is not a sign of cruelty. Laughter is often a sign that the spirit is cleansing itself. So, don't be too offended when someone laughs in a strange moment. Don't deny yourself the healing power of laughter. Instead, laugh genuinely when life gives you the chance. Let the waves of laughter move through you. Let your spirit flush out some of that hidden pain. You might be surprised how much lighter your inner world becomes. True words, true smiles, true laughter. These three are not soft or cute ideas. They are guardian weapons. Words guard what enters and leaves your inner world. Smiles shift the energy before darkness takes over. Laughter cleanses what has been buried for years. When your spiritual bouncer can speak with love, smile with sincerity, and laugh with freedom, you will find that fewer negative guests are allowed into the nightclub of your mind. And the ones that do sneak in won't stay long. Your inner guardian becomes clear-eyed, calm, strong, and awake. And from that place, love can finally stand watch at the door of your life.